Welcome back, Guardians, to the Final Fantasy X HD Remaster. I'm Scott, and you're at the TheScottSpot channel. Okay, so I'm currently at the aftermath of Operation Mi'ihen at Mushroom Rock Road. And the reason I'm meeting you here instead of at the Jecht Sphere here is because I've heard that some people can't figure out how to go back at this point. Well, I will demonstrate it. Let's talk to this guy first. How could they leave that crap in the middle of the Highroad? You got anything else to say? Basically, this guy's complaining because the Albed Machina ruins, people can't get through, that they're having to carry all their supplies. But in order to get past this blockade, you can just run up those boxes. Some people get confused by that, so I just thought it was worth pointing out. And this path actually leads back around to the part of the Mushroom Rock Road that Clasco was blocking off before. We can get this, which is a hidden chest that a lot of people miss because they never come this way, that has 4 sauce inside. So that's kind of neat. Keep going. The path over there is, let's see, we're at just Mushroom Rock. The path over there is somewhere you can't get to until later, so you just got to follow the road, kind of. Okay, so there's the Energy Rain demo again. And this just leads back. Where are we now? This is I don't recall this path very well. Moving on. Okay, this is the part around the general vicinity of where Clasco was earlier. There is a side path that we couldn't explore before. As I was saying, there's a little side path over here and a lift right here. Let's see if it can take us anywhere. Yeah, it takes us up here. And it leads to this statue of Lord Mi'ihen. It's the same one that we saw on the the Mi'ihen Highroad. What is the statue of Mi'ihen doing here? Well, the world may never know, but there's nothing we can do here for now, so we'll have to come back later. Anyway, the next Jecht Sphere is actually at the precipice of the Mushroom Rock Road, where the lift to the command center was. So we actually have to go take a huge side trip all the way back up the Mushroom Rock Road, even though it doesn't really loop back around. So that's annoying. But anyway, we got to do it, so I'll just meet you there. Okay, here we are at the precipice where the next Jecht Sphere is. Let's see what this warrior monk has to say. You're out of luck. It's not working anymore. Stop relying on Machina. Use your feet a little. Wow, I mean, how else are we going to get up there, dude? Well, I guess we're not getting up there at all. Yeah, that place is off limits for the rest of the game, unfortunately. So, on my journey here, I went into the sphere grid for a little while. So I'll just show you some interesting things that happened. I got Reflect here, which, as I said before, lets you reflect single target magic spells back at the caster. And she's also, here in another couple sphere levels, going to learn Dispel. And then she's going to be able to take this trek into Riku's grid and get Use and Steal real quick before she returns to her own grid. And that will be really useful because then we'll have 2 characters that can use and Steal, which is those are really helpful abilities. Nothing interesting happened with Auron. Riku learned Luck, which is a special ability that raises the party's luck. Tidus learned Sloga, which is basically like a slow spell on the entire enemy party. There's also this Strength +4 node that we can't get to because it's locked by a level 3 lock, which is saddening. Nothing interesting really happened to the Waka. Kimahri learned Steal and Use, so this is actually really useful as well, because Kimahri will be able to, if we don't really need Kimahri to attack, we can just have him steal, and then we have 2 characters stealing. So yeah, and then Use, not super helpful right now, but it will be very helpful for Kimahri to know that later. Lulu learned the Bio spell, which is basically it just does magical damage and has a chance of poisoning the enemy. She won't be able to get the Nab Gil ability down here, obviously. And that's about it. So the Jecht Sphere is over here, but I'm going to get into a battle real quick to show off those abilities. Preemptive Strike. Alright, so Yuna knows Reflect, so let's have her cast that. It costs 14 MP. Let's cast it on Riku, because why not?
Mirror of light, reflect magical spite.
Always with the rhyming, Yuna. Okay, Riku learned Luck, so let's have her try that out. No quotes for luck, I guess. Orin learned Threaten, so let's try that. Special Threaten.
Do not move.
Wow, that petrified it completely, huh? Okay, who else? Titus knows Sloga, so let's try that out.
Chill, there's no rush.
Don't say that so cheekily, Titus. I guess it wouldn't work on a petrified enemy. Oh, and it used Pollen, of course. Annoying. And Orin and Yuna fell asleep. You guys want to finish this up soon? Let's see, what else? Lulu learned Bio, so let's give that a try. Light Magic, Bio. It should be more powerful than your standard spell.
This might help your complexion.
I doubt it, Lulu. Oh, it didn't do physical damage, did it? Or magic damage, just inflicted poison. Interesting. Okay, who hasn't gone yet? Kamari and Waka, right? Alright, so let's steal from one of these guys. Silence Grenade, that's good. And that just leaves Waka, right? I'll just have him defend. Fire. And so I've showed off all the new abilities, but I also want to show off Orin's second overdrive and one of Riku's overdrives. So let's do that. Orin, overdrive, Bushido. Wait, he has 3 overdrives I need to show off, huh? Well, I guess I'll have to show off Banishing Blade later. For now, let's do Shooting Star. Oh, it only hits one enemy? Okay, well, I'll take that.
You, away!
Let's see how it is, Orin. Triangle, circle, square, X, left, right, X. Overkill. Wow, he just completely shot him out of the battle. Yeah, apparently there isn't a status in this game called Eject where you can just completely kick enemies out of battle. However, some enemies can know how to use that as well. Alright, so I'll have to charge Orin's overdrive back up before I can show off his third overdrive. But I also want to show off one of Riku's mixed overdrives. So a list of all the mixes that you've used with Riku is kept in her overdrive menu, so part of 100% completion is using every mix available to her. I'm going to use Aqua Toxin, which we can create by combining a Arctic Wind and a Chocobo Feather. Let's see what it does. Black Ice. Well, it didn't do nearly as much as I thought it was going to. I thought it was going to use Aqua Toxin, though. My list might be inaccurate. Alright, let's just finish this. Goodbye, sir. And goodbye, sir. Boom shakalaka. Alright, so with that said, let's go ahead and watch this sphere, now that we're here. Okay, this one's actually called Orin's Sphere, not Jecht Sphere. I wonder what that means. I mean, it's not the first sphere we've seen that Orin recorded himself.
Thanks for everything, Keenock.
I know I don't need to tell you this, but guard Lord Braska well.
That I will. And you'll be busy too. I heard they made you second in command.
You know that promotion was meant for you. You were always the better one, even until the end.
You make it sound as if I was going off to die or something. I will see you again.
Yes.
Well then.
Going already? You will tell me about Zanarkand when you return, won't you?
Farewell.
I like how young Maester Keenock's model was just a generic warrior monk model. And man, but it seems like Orin and Keenock used to be pretty close, but I wonder what happened in the 10 years that would make Orin just completely disown him. Like, Orin did not look happy to see him when we ran into him at Operation Mihin. And also, why was Keenock recording that in the first place? Seems awkward. Maybe a memento? Who knows? Alright, so with that, let's go to the next Jecht Sphere, which I believe is somewhere on the Mihin Highroad. Let me double check here. Yeah, it's on the Highroad. It's at the very end of the Southern Old Road. So yet another necessary side trip that we'll have to double back on. But anyway, there's nothing really of interest on the way there, so I'll just meet you there. Okay, we are now at the end of the old road where the next Jecht Sphere is. Real quick, I should probably mention what's been going on with like the people I've been talking to on the road. Basically, the only people I'm running into are Crusaders who are basically talking about what a stupid thing that operation was. But there are a lot of warrior monks and Guado on the road as well. And most of the Guado have something to say about, why are you freaking here? You should be in Macalania with where Mr. Seymour is. I even saw one Guado say that the Guado would all protect Lady Yuna after they got married. The other thing, interesting thing, was that the warrior monks said that Maester Keenock and Maester Seymour put the warrior monks and the Guado in charge of protecting the people of Sphera while the Crusaders were out, which I'm not sure I ever knew that little bit of lore. But anyway, enough BS talk. Let's examine this sphere. This one, I believe, is Jecht Sphere 6.
Giant fiend that attacks chocobos.
What's it waiting for? Hey, come out and fight! I told you this was a waste of time. Hey, come on. It's the right thing to do. Everyone's depending on us. Besides, it's good practice. I guess you're right.
Well then?
Ha! There it is! Alright, let's get him!
Right.
At least Braska thought to turn the sphere off. So I guess that's the part that Orin was talking about where Jecht said it was the right thing to do to take out that Chocobo Eater. Anyway, speaking of Chocobos, you may have noticed that I rented one, and that's because I'm just sick of random battles at this point. So the less I have to fight anymore, the better. And I'm not even getting much experience from fighting them, so I don't really see much of a point. So the next Jecht Sphere is actually in one of the locker rooms in the Luca Blitzball Stadium. So I will meet you there.